Okay, so I've tried 4 times to do this morning and got problems with my granddaughter. She's not very well, so I had to go and get her. So sorry it's late. Astral DJ gave me a song, Raining in My Heart. So could be issues with the heart, emotionally, physically, or suffering rainstorms or stormy weather, emotionally, financially, or in reality. But the sun's out here, so I'm guessing it's emotional or physical. Let's see. Don't know which by. It's an old one, isn't it? Raining in my heart. The sun is out, the sky is blue, but it's raining. Raining in my heart. Depression, maybe for some. Today's card is the Hierophant. It's about the neck and throat, marriages, study, institutions, religion. It's about, there it is, the last card. Choosing your path. The name's Simon Peter. It's about keys. Keys to a new home, keys to your heart, keys to a problem. The solution. It's about binding yourself to heaven or the material. Heaven can be made on earth. Or choosing the material side of life. Which unfortunately Taurus does like the baubles. So we'll see. So let's see. Having to defend yourself against something, someone, or situation. Don't let people walk all over you. Someone will be there to welcome you home and tend to your wounds. It's coming home to who you truly are. It's fire sign energy, it's passion, it's aggression, it's a need to heal. 7 to 9 days. Because somebody's been a bully. There is somebody here who wants to win at all costs. They were quite prepared to cut the nose off to spite the face. What they don't realise is nobody wins. Everybody's a loser in this. Everybody's miserable. 5 weeks. Unreliable, unpredictable friends. This is the Taurus energy again. Turning the back on something. Not speaking the truth. Taurus, cusper. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Could be someone in uniform. Could be somebody of a darker complexion. It's the mothering energy. Somebody's turned their back on it. It seems it's for financial reasons. There is loyal companions. There's born in the year of the dog, possibly, but it's for financial reasons. A change is coming. A change is for the better once you speak your truth and choose your path. So, 10 years is mentioned. So it's a long-standing problem. Usually about finances. You have to speak your truth about finances, and not try and cover over the issues with finances. There may be a lump sum coming your way that will help. But somebody may have got a lump sum and that's what's causing the issues. Because they haven't told anybody about it. Keeping it a secret. Whatever it is, it's causing friction. The 10 is the most important card here. It is about changes. 10s are endings. But the change is for the better. It's about security, emotionally and financially. Somebody's turning their back on that. Yeah. Through fear. fear of what's coming next, putting things off until tomorrow. Oh, it doesn't need to be done today. Bills behind the clock, that sort of thing. In denial about what needs to be done. 22 is negative. And there we have, again, like I said, in this deck, it's so much like the Tower, it's unreal. But it's somebody playing the martyr or the victim to get what they want. If you're not doing things from the goodness of your heart, it is not going to profit you. Sacrifices made even from the goodness of your heart for the wrong people that are ungrateful aren't going to profit you. And number 12, negative energy. You are stronger than you believe. The heart and back, so the heart is mentioned. Leo energy, it's grappling with the inner and outer demons in your life. Having the courage and the strength to move forwards. Spirits say you have got that strength, you have got that courage, but you've got to make the choice to do it. 8 or 26, positive energy. Karmic situations. And then we have this person who wants to win at all costs. Cutting the nose off to spite the face. Someone seeking revenge. Someone who's confused. Someone who's hurt. Someone who's got the knives out for you. Could be a doctor, priest or lawyer making the wrong decision, or even a nurse. It's usually a dark-haired female. It could be an Aquarius cusper. Not many Aquariuses are dark-haired, unless they've got something else stronger in the chart. Somebody's decided they're stuck or they can't walk away for financial reasons. It's a lot of money involved here. 8 months. And there is a third party, something coming between you and what you want. There'll be no reunions or celebrations till you make this choice. 2 3s mean a definite barrier between you and what you want. The 3 of Wands is that wonky table. There is something missing to the foundations. It's not strong enough. You need patience. There will be lies, deceit, and possibly theft. Communications are not clear or precise, deliberately so. Somebody is speaking nastily, possibly a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius child. It's rapid communications of a negative nature. Issues with the feet and toes, not healed. Heart and back, healed. Neck and throat, healed. Which reminds me, Donna, if you're watching, I'm really sorry I forgot to do your read. I'll do it after this. Yeah. From what I see, either the family unit is coming to an end. The emotional security, it's got as good as it's going to get, and it can't get any better unless you put the effort in to improve it. Or you would need to find your bliss. But I think the first one is most important, because again we've got this confusing nasty conversation, possibly Gemini, Libra, Aquarius child, that's rocking the boat. And there's enemies, and that enemy may well be yourself. Harsh words, rapid communications, severing ties. So it's all air and fire. Someone's fanning the flames. Children are involved. Fond memories, nostalgia, looking back on the past. Someone returning from the past maybe, but a bond has been broken. And the 8 and the 2 make the 10, which means that there's something wrong within the family unit. Emotionally, it's not working. Someone's found out for their deceit and lies, and possibly taking the credit for what you've done in work or career, and it's left you with a lack. Half of what you earn, half of that 10, where we have the stability. There's no longer any stability. You feel half erased. You feel lonely in a room full of people. The black sheep. There's no foundation strength in this unit anymore. Somebody's overthinking this though. They can't see the truth because somebody's trying to confuse them. You're not trapped, you just think you are. possibly for financial reasons. So Saturn, it's all about the truth. And it is today about the neck and throat, the truth, speaking your truth about material matters. Some of you will not be revealing the truth about material matters because you feel that someone will leave, that someone will abandon you because you aren't worthy. Others will be manipulating the situation about money to keep you dangling, to keep you like a boss saying, oh, well, just give us another couple of months and we'll be able to sort the money out, or whatever it is. You can't keep hanging on for these people that make false promises and confuse and lie to you. Number 6 is massively important. And 35 is divination. The Ogum, the guides, the tree spirits. So we're going to pull out an Ogum because they've told us to, so that's what we'll do. Number 6, Saturn. Three of Swords, so we've got 3 threes. Something is definitely coming between you and what you want. And it could be heartache, sorrow, loss. I said at the beginning of one of the others, I'm looking for the 3 of Swords because that is, it's raining in my heart. This is the equivalent to the 3 of Swords. So that's exactly what we needed. Karma. What you have planted, so shall you reap. So depending on whether it's positive or negative, if you've done things from the goodness of your heart, you will reap the rewards. If not, you will also reap the rewards, but in a negative way. It may feel bad now, but it's going to be resolved. Saturn is the planet of the Reaper, the Lord of Karma, and this rainbow planet represents the tangible, solid in our lives. Cronus, the father of Zeus. Cronus devoured his children, so sacrificed the children, or their childhood, so that they didn't lose financially. So somewhere the children or your inner child is suffering for money. The god who ate his own children. Saturn is not exactly cruelty, it simply points out what is true and cuts away the delusions that are no longer useful to you. So you've been kidding yourself. Know that you are being challenged. It's time to make it or break it. Life may seem harsh and restrictive, and you're facing an enemy who may well be yourself. What did I say? There's the enemy. And the 1 3 we haven't got is the 3 of Pentacles. So that is our foundation, our strength. Life may seem harsh and restrictive. You face an enemy that may well be yourself. Saturn shows us that at times it's not in our best interest to have the things that we want, and that if we were to have them, it would lead to our destruction. If this is a time of sorrow or hopelessness, realise it's all about diligence. You have to stick to what you believe in. If your heart's not in it, it's not going to work. Adhere to your goals. This is a period in your life that emphasises toughness and work. It's all about not giving up and following through. Coming home to who you truly are. Saturn also deals with power and control and often means law enforcement. So there's your power and control. There's your law enforcement. And military activity. You may have encounters with the law and do watch for that possibility. Your encounter may not be a negative one. If it is, though, you need to play by the rules. Do what's thought's correct and speak your truth, or you will become a prisoner. We're talking about convention here. Any rallying against authority or tradition will not serve you well at this time. So peaceful protests. On the more positive side, you may meet a fatherly type who will help advance with your goals. Saturn can sometimes hold the appearance of a sage or a teacher, and today's card is the teachers. People who we brought up with, who shape our lives. This will be no small thing and can indicate a mentor arriving just when you need one most. Dealing with the aged may also be an issue now or in the near future. Problems with the bones, joints and skeletal structure could crop up. Dental complications are a possibility. Feeling your age no matter what it is. It will seem pressing and even worrying. Why have I not accomplished more at this age? Have I wasted my time? Did I allow important affairs to slip by while concentrating on non-essential matters? Yes, probably. Many lessons are being learned and problems conquered, currently or in the near future. The gift of Saturn is keeping you on your path, helping you face the parts of your life that you may dread, but simply you have to do. They are your contracts towards a more solid achievement and a better life. Circumstances will be harsh for a while, but believe your sacrifice to be worth it. It's a good time to be diligent. Don't rush anything, and whatever you're asking about is likely to take some considerable time, so do not act too quickly. So act in haste, repent at leisure, but don't fear what's coming. Divination 35, which is our 8, which is that we are strong enough to get through this. Spirit only gives those that are strong enough the burden to carry. This is Fion's window. It shows the symbol of the Ogam or Ogam, which is a early form of Irish writing, placed around concentric circles. Each of the Ogam letters represents a tree and also forms a Celtic tree calendar. Each tree or Ogam represents a specific energy, much like runes. Each tree has its own wisdom, knowledge to share with us, and therefore makes an amazing divination system, but also a powerful way to advance our spirituality. The tree spirits are here to guide you. Maybe a time to work with the energies of the Celtic tree calendar and discover a whole new meaning of life. One that you may take you on a journey of self-discovery, much like a spiritual pilgrimage. The trees have much wisdom, as we know, but there is so much more we can learn from them, and unfortunately they're cutting them down in Scotland, thinking that that's more environmentally friendly. How there seems no logic to me. Upon drawing this card, you are being called to work more closely with these energies. The 3 staves at the bottom of the image, the wonky table, patience, hazel, apple and alder. Hazel is known as a tree of knowledge. Seek its help when in need of insight, wisdom, creativity, abundance and needing to tap into source within you. Apple shares the month with hazel. It's a prized tree to the Druids for many reasons. It is associated with fairies and the magical Isle of Avalon, and symbolic of fruitfulness, harvest and abundance. It also represents a time to make a decision between good and bad things. Which key, which pill, whichever you want to take it, do you want to take? It also means a time of rest and healing. The alder tree is associated with water and therefore emotions in its feminine aspect, but also offers support and possesses a strong male energy to help with the foundations and spiritual protection. So the male and female need to work together on this one. So we're going to take an Ogam rather than a goddess card for this because they've told us to. So that's what we do. Take one from the bottom, Spirit, please. What have we got? The ivy. The ivy clings, sometimes smothers. Sometimes, if it gets in the wrong places, it can take a roof off. It is invasive. So the ivy. Gort. It's the number 11, the second joint of the index finger, which is Aquarius. Yeah, Aquarius, which we've got there. The colours blue, yellow, serpentine, the stone, the Mute Swan, the goddess Bendis. I'll look into her and see what that is. The message is tenacity, hang in there, raw survival instincts, enabling triumph over circumstances. The musical note of F, the planet Ceres. The word Urgum is garden, growth, sweeter than grasses, counterpart of heaven. The vine, wild oat, Celeranthus combined. It represents the embracing and confining of female principles of life. Conception, birth, male life force is given form by the female body, but in giving life sustenance, so too does women bring death unto being. So, death and rebirth. It's the 11th moon's tree. It is sacred to Bendis, Osiris, Moai, Anu, and Dionysus. They are dedicated to resurrection, jointly the vine because they grow spirally. A place of concealment or retirement, when something is being concealed. Sacred bird is the golden-crested wren, always built her nest in the ivy bushes. Revelry celebrated in medieval English carols between holly boys and ivy girls, which symbolises the battle of the sexes. Another custom was to bind the last harvest sheaf in ivy and call it the ivy girl. So the name ivy could be important. The symbolism of the boar, so the year of the boar, the year of the pig, is important because the cycle falls during boar hunting season, so you might know when that is. The boar is the best of death, symbolising the fall or the beginning of death of the old year. But the ivy, I think it is the equinox today or tomorrow, so that's even more important. And the serpentine spiraling, which is the medical matters we know, shedding the skin, the year of the snake. Resurrection, a reminder of birth, death, cycles of life. I am a boar on this high place, in the first fresh frost, on autumn's face. The hunters call to sound the chase, but I am bold, I will run this race. So somebody who intends to win. For many moons we roam this land, where others fell, I learned to stand. The old and great join in the dance, courage and cunning are my inheritance. On the earth, in the air, through the fire, by the water, I am valour, and ivy moon's my daughter. So it's time to be courageous and have valour. Bendis was the great goddess of genocratic Lemnos and Thrace, where women worked the land and tended the sheep and cattle. She was called the fierce huntress of the two spears, so Diana, who we had yesterday. She provides the religious underpinning for the Lebanosian women revolt, so women uprising. We've got that in Lebanon, haven't we? In which all the men of the island were slain. Her name means to tie. In her image, she is depicted holding a branch of a tree which is thought to grant passage to the underworld. It is told that her women wore lion pelts, so again the Leo energy, and fox skins, the cunning. Those who worshipped her did so in sacred groves. So the fox animal totem is not there, is it? We ain't got the fox, so no. But it will be important in some way. Bendis was the same Thracian Artemis worshipped by the Amazons in Tauropolis. So Taurus is mentioned. And she was closely aligned with Cybele and Hecate. As Hecate, she was the moon and night, earth and nature. She had great power over heaven and earth. She is also identified with Broronian Artemis and Rhea. So Rhea may be an important name. Her worship was introduced into Attica by the Thracians and was so favoured that she was celebrated in a ceremony in Athens, which included grand processions and races, called Bendidia. So Athens in Italy may be important. Morrigan's harvest. When the Morrigan moves through the fields, only she, the white, is seen at the sky. Single dark fogs fly across the heaven and clothe the great queen like a splendid robe. When the Morrigan moves through the fields, she is bare. Only her black hair covers her. What did I say about a dark-haired woman? Followed by a flock of crows. She strides through the world. The crows shriek, hurries on ahead of her, heralding her harvest. When the Morrigan moves through the fields, she is destroyer and mistress of the world. One glance into her mirrored eyes leads you across without pain. Every burning sorrow she takes away in her cool black boat. So somebody is going to take away your pain. Robin Morrigan's Shrine. The Mute Swan. This is the month of the Mute Swan, whose colours of plumage, black legs and red bill make it especially sacred to the white goddess. It prepares to follow her companion, the whistling swan, a bird of autumnal equinox, Edda, aspen, who is about to fly off with her young. The smoke of weeds and fires, the haze of the hills and the skies before coming rains. So again, rain are all blue. So well done, Spirit. It's full circle. The sky is blue, not a cloud, and yet it's raining in my heart. Mute swans have been cherished as symbols of purity, elegance for centuries. Native to Europe and Asia, they are transported to North America in the late 19th century by the European immigrants. Some swans eventually escaped or were deliberately released into the wild. Public opinion about a mute swan is mixed. They are very large birds with little or no fear of humans. No fear. They are easily observed and provide opportunities for people to come close contact with wildlife. Their vibrant orange bills with black knobs, white plumage, and long, gracefully held necks make them conspicuous. Their young, who have a dusky tinge, a greyish bill, usually remain with their parents for about 4 months. Rivers, estuaries, so there may be flooding. It is not mute, even though it's called it. It hisses, grunts and barks. Unlike our native swans, it has a black knob on the upper bill. In olden times, a young swan was a table delicacy, and in England all swans have belonged to the crown since 1482. In a special ceremony each year, the swan on the Thames River are rounded up, their wings clipped and their bills marked with the royal brand. At nesting time, the mute swan cob is especially dangerous. Children and dogs come near the nest are often badly beaten or dragged into the water and drowned. A blow from his powerful wing has been known to break a man's leg. In America, some have escaped and now breed in the hundreds in the wild. The boar. I am a ruthless boar, I am a fierce boar. I field as a bristly boar seen in a ravine. I am a thicket which holds the roebuck. I have tasted joy. I have strength born of ecstasy. The fierceness and untamed power of a wild boar naturally led to its association with death and war among the early Celts. Warriors went to battle urged on by terrifying squeals. The boar-headed trumpet, and some warriors also dressed in boar skins or wore menacing boar crests upon their helmets. The boar was one of their favourite animals to hunt for its strength and valiant defence. When cornered, appealed to Celtic notions of warriorhood. Rich tales of heroic boar hunts. In legend, Fionn, Fionn's window. Well done, Spirit. Hunted Formiel, a huge boar that was enough to cause the deadly fright, for he was dark blue-black with coarse bristly hair. The early Celts also prized the boar meat above all other foods, the centrepiece of a legendary feast. So pork and meat of Tara was freshly slaughtered, and a young pig of Samhain, which is Halloween 31st. Pig bones and even whole joints of pork have been found in the graves of chieftains, no doubt in anticipation of a banquet in the afterlife. Pigs killed and eaten one day would spring up alive the next. The name Robert Graves could be important. Robert or Graves. According to his research, October was the boar hunting season. So we're looking to October, aren't we? And the revelry, the ivy-wreathed basarids, the boar and the beast of death, the fall. So something or someone may pass in October. As mentioned earlier, the boar descent into the underworld is not solely a path of destruction, because in spite of any other roles it may have, the boar remains a creature of fecundity in plants, with death the seed of rebirth. Don't forget, the goddess Saturn is even referred to as the white sow. Currently, we know the boar to be an animal of great courage. He has harsh, bristled hide and long, curved tusks, so we need courage. He fears nothing and will attack all impeding his way, beast or man. We associate courage and bravery with the boar. In mythology, the boar is always associated with the hunt. The hunt, however, is never ordinary. Our hero, so that he might prove himself, must test his own resources to tame the wild beast. So taming the wild beast within or without, what better animal than the boar? The gods and goddesses can also be taken, can give us, but can also take away, depending on how grateful we are. We see the boar as a solo animal because of its strength, but we can also be seen coming from the darkness. As the boar of winter, he belongs in the dark half of the year, with the absence of sun. His symbols become the symbols of death. Keep in mind, to the Celts there was no evil in this concept, because death is a doorway into a different life. In order to move into that other life, we must of course sacrifice the present one. So for things to change, we must make sacrifices. How many tales of boar demonstrate time and again the brave battles of heroes, victory and death, fierce battles. And the serpent, shedding the skin, is a striking green stone of light serpentine with dark hues and white or black speckles. It is relatively soft, associated with Scorpio, so shared resources and reproductive organs, and can increase wisdom and self-restraint. It is said to protect against venom, and as many of the